It is up, it is back, it is gone, Marge!
See ya! Grand slam!
And it's gone!
Look at this, he got him.
They did it again! Can you believe it? This team.
This is Across the Association. What's up, everybody? I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. We've got a ton to cover on this week's show, including a feature story on the Winnipeg Goldeyes, who've had an interesting couple of seasons, to say the least, as for the last 2 years, they've been forced to play all of their games on the road due to COVID-19 related restrictions north of the border in Canada. Anyway, we'll get further into that later on in the program. First, let's check out what went down over the last week with the ATA 180. And this week's segment is brought to you by Rawlings. Rawlings is the official baseball of the American Association. And helping me out with the ATA 180 this week is Michael Dixon, the play-by-play man for the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Michael, how's it going?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks as always for having me on. You guys do such a great job, and it's a pleasure.
Well, thanks so much for doing this, man. It's great to have you on the show. We're going to get right to it. We've got 180 seconds on the clock, and you must be just loving life right now. After missing all last season due to COVID-19 related restrictions, the Salt Dogs are back on the field again this season. Just talk about the year for them and how things have gone so far.
Well, I talked to our skipper, Brett Jody, before the game yesterday, and we basically talked about the Salt Dogs being in neutral. It feels like they can't get much further than 2 or 3 wins down the road before they lose 2 or 3. So we're all kind of waiting for that big run, whether it's 5 wins in a row, maybe 8 out of 10, 10 out of 12, somewhere around there. And if they can get that with an easier schedule upcoming, then you like to think they're going to be right in the thick of the race going down the stretch.
Well, Michael, the last time you and I spoke, Kurt Smith had just tied the all-time Lincoln Salt Dogs record for home runs. And then just as he was about to break the record, he departed to take part in qualifying for the Tokyo Olympics as he tried to help his home country of the Netherlands to get there. And then he came back, and of course, it was just a matter of time. He finally broke that record. Congratulations to Kurt, of course. And, just talk about Smith and him achieving that milestone and what he's meant to the Salt Dogs franchise.
Well, it means so much to the franchise, and I told you too last time, it means a lot to the community, and it was a big moment for Kurt. It was a big moment for a lot of Salt Dogs fans too, and I know that a lot of guys don't really worry too much about records and whatnot, but I think for Kurt it means a lot because he's put so much time and effort into this franchise, and now to be rewarded with the all-time games played record and the all-time home runs record, it just means a lot to him, and he knows that his name is going to be atop those lists for a very long time to come.
Well, let's shift focus for a second and look at a couple of other teams here. The Sioux Falls Canaries started off the season so well, but they've faltered lately. They now sit 5th in the South Division. What's going on in Sioux Falls?
Man, weird team. Great offense, but they really struggle to get outs, and I can't put my finger on why, but for the most part, it's been really that story. They cannot outscore their problems on the mound, and that's exactly why Sioux Falls is in the spot they're in.
Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, the Kansas City Monarchs have just been on fire as of late. They've shot up to 1st in the South Division. In your opinion, is any team going to catch the Monarchs down the stretch in the South?
I don't think so, man. I'm not sure a team in this division could catch Kansas City. Their arms are really stout, and they've got the best 3-4 punch, in my opinion, in the league, in Jan Hernandez and Gabby Guerrero Jr. So the Monarchs are great. The question is, can they actually get it done in the postseason?
Well, finally, Michael, there have just been so many incredible pitching performances this year in the American Association. If the season was to end today, who would be your choice as the pitcher of the year in the AAPB for this season?
Well, I hate to be a homer, but based on the fact that he's been lights out this year and he's still here, I think there's a lot to be said for somebody being with one team the entire year. Kyle Kinman, to me, has to be the front runner. His ERA is hovering around 3. He just gives you a chance to win every single night. and he's just been so good from the onset.
Michael, the buzzer means we are all out of time, so we've got to cut it short now. But thank you so much for taking the time, my friend, and we'll chat later on.
As always, man, keep it up. You guys do great work. Thank you.
Okay, time for some ATA notes. And in case you haven't been paying attention, Adam Brett Walker is having a heck of a season. Through 9 weeks of play, he's got 23 home runs, which means he's within striking distance of the all-time American Association single-season home run record of 31 set by the Chicago Dogs' Keon Barnum back in 2019. Here's Michael Dixon with his thoughts on that.
Yeah, man, he's been insane. There have been so many great hitters in this league this year. Run scoring has been bananas. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see multiple league single-season records that are broken. I know Ramon Hernandez in Cleveland has a chance to do the same thing. So they're just impressive. They're fun to watch, and I look forward to their pursuit.
Week 9's marquee matchup was undoubtedly Milwaukee and Chicago. The two squads are in a slugfest for first spot in the North Division, and the 3-game set definitely lived up to the hype. Milwaukee took games 1 and 2, while the Dogs took game 3. Currently, the Milkmen are leading Chicago by mere percentage points for top spot. The Sioux City Explorers have stumbled a bit lately, and that cost them dearly in the standings. Right now, they've lost 7 of their last 10. And with Cleburne and Kansas City surging, that's knocked the X's down to 3rd place in the South. Sioux City for most of the season was in 1st place, but now have fallen 4.5 games behind KC for division supremacy. Fargo-Moorhead Jits keeps plugging along in the North. They've got a perfectly acceptable 32-25 record, but with Milwaukee and Chicago both hotter than a pistol at the moment, that's only good for 3rd place in the division, 4 games off the pace. A cruel position to be in considering how well they've played, but they've still got time to make up that difference down the stretch. It will be fascinating to watch the North Division battle for supremacy as we get into August. One of the hottest players in the association right now is Jan Hernandez of the KC Monarchs. Hernandez has been instrumental to the Monarchs' ascension to first in the South Division. He's got 3 home runs in his last 4 contests for 18 on the season, also 61 ribbies, which is 2nd in the league. And I'm sorry, Houston, I'm not trying to kick you while you're down, but it must be mentioned that the Apollos are in the midst of a brutal losing streak right now. Heading into week 10 of play, they've lost 15 straight contests, but let's cut them a break. They're a travel team playing every game on the road this year. They must be dead tired at this point. Okay, the peak performers from last week, and this segment is brought to you by Zephyr Headwear. Zephyr is the preferred on-field cap of the American Association.
Here it is. Popped up. Left side. Trowbridge is going to make the catch. And Miles Smith goes the distance. A 2-hit shutout.
Miles Smith is the pitcher of the week. The Milwaukee Milkmen hurler had an epic performance against Gary South Shore, in which he went the distance. There you see his stats in 1 start. Complete game, no earned runs, 2 hits, and 10 Ks that he racked up. The point streak batter of the week is catcher Ryan Lidge of the Chicago Dogs. Actually, the 2nd straight batter of the week win for Chi-Town after Danny Mars took it last week, and Ryan certainly deserved it. As you see his stats there, as he hit .588, the former 20th round pick of the New York Yankees. Okay, coming up next is the fan question, as well as our team spotlight featuring the Winnipeg Goldeyes. More across the association coming back in just a moment.
What's up, baseball fans? I'm Carter Waddell, your new insider for American Association Baseball. And I'll be taking you through all the heart-pounding plays, all the down-to-the-wire pennant races, all the must-see moments. Check out highlights from all the action each and every day from across the American Association on our social media platforms. And don't miss American Association Now on Facebook Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3:30 p.m. We'll have highlights, we'll have news, we'll have player interviews, everything you need to stay on top of this outstanding league in 2021. For more, go to aabaseball.com. I'm Carter Waddell for the American Association, where we play to win.
Hey, welcome back, folks. You know, the Winnipeg Goldeyes are one of the most successful organizations, not only in the American Association, but in all of professional sports. True story. The Goldeyes have just been incredibly consistent racking up titles and producing major league caliber talent along the way. And of course, they're proud to be the only American Association team from the Great White North. We take a closer look at the Goldeyes now in this week's Team Spotlight. And this segment is brought to you by Rapsodo. Rapsodo is the official technology partner of the American Association.
Campion's first pitch, swinging a ground ball to the right side. Turgeon Fields throws the first of the Winnipeg Goldeyes are the 2017 American Association champions. The Goldeyes dogpile on the infield at Shaw Park. They have won back-to-back championships.
Success. The Winnipeg Goldeyes have known a lot of it over the years. The first team to use the Goldeyes name in Winnipeg played in the original Northern League from 1954 to 1964, winning 3 championships and featuring its most famous alumnus, pitcher Steve Carlton, who went on to have a Hall of Fame career in the major leagues. However, the team ceased operations following the 1969 season. Winnipeggers had to endure a long wait for professional baseball to make its return.
The team kind of went away after the early 1970s. There were a couple of incarnations, and then Sam Cates, our owner, brought them back in 1994 in the modern Northern League, the second year of modern independent baseball. And we were just really fortunate. We kind of hit the ground running. We played in a dilapidated football stadium. They called it Deformity Field. That was the nickname. It was where the Blue Bombers' old stadium used to be, Winnipeg Stadium out by Polo Park. And they made it work. Like the fans came out. They'd been starved for baseball for over 20 years, and we were lucky enough to win a championship the very first year in 1994. One of the biggest changes, of course, came in 1999 when we moved into state-of-the-art Shaw Park, which it's the ballpark's over 20 years old now, but it still looks brand new. The staff there has done a tremendous job keeping the field, keeping the facility in order, and just really keeping that together. It's a great place to go watch a baseball game. Great atmosphere. Fans have continued to come out in droves. Again, we're really lucky. We've had 5,000-6,000 fans per game since that ballpark opened.
The fans have good reason to come out. Not only is it a gem of a ballpark, but the Goldeyes have been good for a very long time.
The 2-2 pitch, check swing, and he went around for strike 3 of the Winnipeg Goldeyes are the 2016 American Association champions.
Since making the move to the American Association in 2011, the Goldeyes have thrice won the league championship, including back-to-back titles in 2016 and 2017.
Turgeon Fields throws the first of the Winnipeg Goldeyes are the 2017 American Association champions.
Over the years, Winnipeg has been one of the most successful organizations, not just in the American Association, but in all of professional baseball.
Going into this season, in terms of professional baseball, the only 2 teams at any level of pro ball that had more winning seasons than the Goldeyes were the Yankees and the Dodgers. So we're really proud of the tradition that we put together, and we're really lucky in Winnipeg that we not only have a really supportive fan base, but they're very baseball oriented. They're wearing jerseys, not just Goldeyes jerseys, but specific player name jerseys. I don't think you really see at the minor league level, and certainly not at the independent baseball level. And because of that, we've had a lot of our good players that want to return year over year. Like a Kyle Martin, who's having a great season. Wes Darville, a Canadian native from British Columbia. He's back for his 5th year, was a big part of the 2 Goldeyes championship teams that we had most recently. And you see people wearing Kyle Martin and Wes Darville jerseys or T-shirts to games. So it's a really, really awesome atmosphere. Certainly Rick Forney plays a huge role in that continuity as well. He's now in his 16th year as the manager, his 25th year with the organization, starting out as a pitcher, then transitioning to pitching coach, and then as manager in 2006. So He's done a great job kind of continuing what Hal Lanier put together there in the late 90s and early 2000s, and has kind of carved out his own niche as one of the best recruiters, talent evaluators, and managers.
The last 2 seasons, however, have seen the Goldeyes face unprecedented challenges. Due to COVID-19 border restrictions in Canada, the Fish have had to play all their home games south of the border. Last season in Fargo-Moorhead, this year in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a challenge the last 2 years, and hats off to both the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks and the Jackson General staff. They've done a great job welcoming us in and providing us a place to play.
Playing in the Redhawks' home stadium last year was interesting, to say the least. The Birds are the Goldeyes' rival in the North Division, and as accommodating as the organization was, their fans took pride in ribbing them at every opportunity.
We really appreciate what they've been able to do, but it's definitely been challenging. I think it was always Redhawks fans coming out to the games that we played at Newman Outdoor Field. So even when we were the quote-unquote home team, we were always getting booed, and the other team that we were playing, they were getting cheered. So at least this year, it's been a little bit different, where the people that have come out to the ballpark at Jackson, they're actually cheering for the Goldeyes. There's fans wearing Goldeyes hats, wearing Goldeyes jerseys. They've got kind of a Goldeyes cheer that they have specific for the team at the ballpark at Jackson. So I think that's helped out a great deal.
It's all added up to 2 years in which the Goldeyes haven't met their usual standard of play. They missed the postseason last year, and this season sit just under the 500 mark. It's understandable, though, when you're the Nomads of the AAPB, missing your home stadium and the adoring fans that come out to cheer.
The fan base, I talked about how the fan base is so baseball oriented, and they come out and support the club, but they're also just super friendly people. They'll even clap sometimes for the other team when they make a really good play. They'll give kind of the golf clap to show appreciation for a good baseball play, even if it's a position doing it against the Goldeyes. So, friendly Manitoba, it's not just a saying on a license plate, it's reality. The people there are awesome, and the players that are from the United States that have come to Winnipeg year over year, they certainly feel that, and it's one of the reasons why they love playing for the Goldeyes.
The Goldeyes are hopeful that border restrictions in Canada will be lifted soon, so the team can return home to the comfy confines of Shaw Park, north of the border.
I know the Goldeyes, since the very beginning of the pandemic, in March of 2020, put together a very comprehensive and I think very reasonable COVID readiness plan for the ballpark, so that anyone who comes into the park, whether it's a fan, a player, a coach, or a staff member, they're going to feel as safe as possible under the circumstances. And really, it's in the hands right now of the Prime Minister. So hopefully the right decisions are made, and I'm going to cut the weeks.
Okay, time now for the fan question. And this week's question is brought to you by Baseballism. Baseballism is the official apparel partner of the American Association.
Second in the league with 17 homers. Swings and drives one deep right field. Way back. And see ya. Jose Sermo gets the X's on the board. A third straight night for Sioux City with a first inning home run.
Jose Sermo's just been terrifying opposing pitchers this year. He's got 19 dingers so far, second in the league behind Adam Brett Walker. A fan from Sioux City sent in this question for him.
Hi, my name is Patrick, and this question goes out to Jose Sermo. Jose, you are having such a great year this year. How did you find the time, both in the off season and during the season with your busy schedule? How do you find the time to improve your game, stay disciplined, to elevate your game to the level that you have this year? Congrats on a great season. Keep it going. Thanks.
Hey Patrick, thanks for reaching out, and thanks for keeping up with me. And so to basically stay, healthy, first of all, gotta eat good, and I have a kid, so spend most of my days like playing video games with him and all that stuff. But when it's time to do my baseball work, I coach, and then after I coach, I kind of take in what I teach kids and kind of like implement it in myself, and like, you know, try to do more quality swings and quantitative, and, you know, just look a lot of videos that, you know, players that I look up to, you know, just trying to be disciplined when it comes to like my baseball work and, you know, being a father, you know, and coach other kids. Just staying, you know, having fun, man. That's the biggest part, have fun.
And it hasn't been fun for the opposition so far when facing Sermo, that's for sure. Remember, fans, you can win free stuff. Record a question for your favorite player, send it into the league. If we use it, you'll not only be on the show, but you'll win free stuff. An American Association prize pack. Be on the show, win free stuff. It's a win-win. Okay, coming up next, it's the alumni update plus our plays of the week. More across the association coming back in just a moment.
What's up, baseball fans? I'm Carter Waddell, your new insider for American Association Baseball. And I'll be taking you through all the heart-pounding plays, all the down-to-the-wire pennant races, all the must-see moments. Check out highlights from all the action each and every day from across the American Association on our social media platforms. And don't miss American Association Now on Facebook Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3:30 p.m. We'll have highlights, we'll have news, we'll have player interviews, everything you need to stay on top of this outstanding league in 2021. For more, go to aabaseball.com. I'm Carter Waddell for the American Association, where we play to win.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the alumni update now. And this segment is brought to you by Rebus Technology. Rebus is the official league store of the American Association.
Folks home happy here at Newman. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blake Rogers in the ninth inning. Bases the minimum, striking out 2.
Blake Rogers was something else earlier in the season for Fargo Moorhead, and he's been great for AA Amarillo as well since getting picked up. He's 1-0 so far with a sparkling 2.85 ERA, and you see his stats from earlier in the season, the former pick of the San Diego Padres. Former Sioux City Explorer John Nagowski is now with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and to say that he's been good would be an understatement. Check out his stats. And in a recent game, Nagowski went 4 for 4, and the position player was even brought in to pitch in a blowout, and he threw a scoreless inning. Mr. Versatile. There's a look at his stats from his 2017 season with Sioux City. He's a former pick of the Oakland A's back in 2014. Finally, Ryan Fitzgerald is doing well with Portland, the AA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. He's hitting .266 at the moment with 27 ribbies, and he spent his 2017 season with Gary South Shore. Here's a look at his stats with the Railcats from 2017. The man from Hinsdale, Illinois. Let's take a quick look now at the league leaders, and in terms of hitting, Adam Brett Walker leading the way with home runs, followed by Jose Sermo with 18. Of course, aabaseball.com is where you can go for the most up-to-date statistics. In pitching, strikeouts, Jake Dahlberg leading the way, followed closely by Trevor Lubking and David Holmberg. And as we look at the standings here, it is a dogfight in the North, Milwaukee, Chicago. Look how tight that is. In the South, Kansas City continues to be on top, but look how much movement Cleburne has moving up in the standings. Plays of the week now. And this segment is brought to you by Vimeo. Vimeo is the official streaming partner of the American Association.
And Buck swings and hits one out towards deep center field. Harris back. Harris leaps. Harris made the catch. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God.
It's out at second, now the 2-0. Hot shot down to third, diving stop by Simpson. Gets to his feet, throws across, and got him.
That was a single in the third. And now he bangs one far to right. Michael Kraus, bon voyage!
The 0-2, driven, caught by Prime. Are you kidding me? What a reactionary play in 1P. His name is Correll Prime.
Guerrero. Curve hit high out toward left field. Way out of here. See you later. It clears the bleachers. Oh man, that thing was crushed. into the stretch. Here it is. Popped up. Left side. Trowbridge is going to make the catch. And Miles Smith goes the distance.
The 2-1 to Vaughn. Hot shot right side and gloved on a dive by the second baseman to throw to first in time.
Here's a knocker to center. Kraus lays out. He got it.
The pitch, and here's a liner cut, and it's going to turn into a double play. Line drive to second. Woodworth able to make the catch.
Count 2-0. Here's the pitch. This one well hit to center field. Back on it is Narrier, still going at the track, and he'll make the catch. The 0-1. Ground ball deep in the hole is short. The throw to second is going to be wide, and Cleveland wins it. Cleveland wins it. Zach Narrier with the ground ball deep in the hole. It's short, and they're going bananas at the depot.
Danzaro, high in the air, right side. Who's got it? TJ Bennett.
7-6. Nick Novak leads things off, and he pulls the bunt down the first. May have bunted too hard. It's a race to the base. Oh, an out call is made at 1B. What a play by McCarthy at first base.
The 2-2. Hit very high to left, and Grant K and all of us watch it plunk off the scoreboard.
The 0-1 runner on the move. This one lined back up the middle. Right to Lago, who will catch it. It's going to be a turnaround. Throw to first, now throw to second. And we got a triple play. The Cleveland Railroaders turn a triple play.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Kelly lifts the ball to right field. Now this ball's hit pretty well. It is back, and a leaping attempt and catch by the right fielder, Zach Wells.
Quintana's 0-2. Ulrich swings, fly ball out towards deep left. Zawada racing over. Zawada goes into a slide to make the catch.
This one hit high out toward left field. Way out of here. That ball is crushed. It's 11-10 now. Here's one tattooed out towards center field. Drifting back at the track, at the wall. That ball is gone. See you later. We are tied at 11. Hit out toward left field. That's pretty well hit. This ball game will be over. See you later. It hits the light pole, and Kansas City has walked it off. See you later. A winner for Colin Willis. A 3-home run inning, and the Monarchs have walked it off.
And that's all the time we've got for today. But just a reminder, of course, you can always stay up to date with what's going on in the American Association by checking out the league's different social media outlets. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.